Hi, I'm Mark.
I'm John. Today's story is going to be this of the Garden of Eadom.
That's right. The Garden of Eadom. That's where everything started. Let's set this up for you. That's also, you may recognize that name, Edom. That's where the Edomites came from.
It's also where God met with Adam and said, I want you to name all the animals.
That's right. So Adam was sitting there ready to name them. And God brought the first one to him and said, what you going to call it? And Adam named it the aardvark because it was first.
Yeah, and God was like, no. Adam, you don't understand. I want this easy. I want you to name them easy. So he gave them bear and cow, easy ones.
Yeah, and they were there so long that they started to get hungry. And when they brought the cow and named the cow, they decided, hey, let's get some ribs.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So they started cooking up these ribs. And they were starting to realize, you know what? They might need a little bit of help with this dinner.
That's right. They needed help, and they needed somebody who knew their way around a mealtime. So God then created Eve.
Right. And what Eve did is, here she is, she's on the scene now, and Eve's like, what goes best with ribs but a nice, hot, warm apple pie?
Apple pie. That's
and,
right.
oh, this apple pie was so delicious. But all of a sudden, here's Adam and Eve, they're eating this apple pie, and God comes to them, and he's angry. He kicked them out.
That's right. He kicked them out because they were making such a mess of the Garden of Eadom.
They did. So here, as they're getting kicked out of this Garden of Eadom, Adam's looking around and he grabs one of these ribs and he leaves that garden. The first thing he does, he's just as angry as he can be, is he takes that rib and he slew 10,000 Philistines.
That's right. He was upset. Killed all those Philistines, and afterward they just wandered in the desert.
How long did they wander in the desert?
40 days and 40 nights.
That's right, they did. And once they were out in the desert, Eve come walking around, she seen this serpent. And she said, Adam, pick up that serpent. And soon as he did, it turned into a stick.
Yeah, and that's when they met up with these three wise guys who were wandering in the desert also. And those three guys told them, said, if you take this stick and you smack a rock, you hit a rock.
How many times were they supposed to hit the rock?
70 times 7.
That's right.
So they said if you hit the rock 70 times 7 times, and water will pour out.
And the water will then turn into wine.
That's right.
And that is the story of the Garden of Eadom.
That's the beginning. I'm Mark.
And I'm John.